everyone, how are you doing? And welcome to my webinar. I thank you so much for being here with me and dedicating an hour of your time to talking about how to make a product that your customer will love, how to build that product, how to know what are the most important first steps that you need in order to grow this business, and what things can you do later. And we're going to talk a little bit about research. We're going to talk a little bit about feedback and what's good feedback and what's feedback that you should consider for your business. In case you haven't met me yet, my name is Leyla Razeghi, and I am a product strategist. I work with product-based businesses, whether they are product makers or stores, and I help them take their business to the next level. So that's what I do, and I'll tell you a little bit about my background and my story and why you should listen to me when I share my presentation. But first, I wanted to welcome you, and I wanted you to see my face. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. There you go. So hopefully you're able to see my screen now. If you have any issues or if you have any questions, please feel free to pop them on the comment box below. And I'll be super happy to answer your questions. And we're checking out the screen right now. And I'm going to start sharing my presentation. So my webinar is called From Product to Profit. And the reason why it has that name is because I believe that you can make a profit, but you can also have a positive impact and a positive purpose in your business. I truly believe that. And that's why the work that I do is with purpose-driven, product-based companies that want to make a difference, that are doing something that they love, companies that are doing it for the right reasons. They have an innovative product, and that they want to offer something that's different from anything that's in the market right now. Now I'm going to go through the agenda and what I'm going to be talking about today during the training. And first, we're going to be chatting about who is this for? Are you in the right spot? Is this training for you? Then we're going to be talking about a little bit about my story. So why do I do what I do? And what's the journey that took me to the place where I am right now as a product strategist. I'm going to share my promises for this training with you guys. I'm also going to be sharing a system for business success, my system for business success. I'm also going to be sharing about tips on how do you focus on your customer instead of starting a business by just using ideas of things that sound good to you. How can you really focus on the people that love you, the people that will buy your product and will help you grow your business? And also, I'm going to be sharing with you, how do you do research on a budget, and what type of feedback should you be listening to, and what type of feedback is not really useful to listen to at the time. And I call a lot of that trolling. So what type of feedback is trolling and what type of feedback is actually useful information? So we're going to be chatting about all of that as well, because I have found that as entrepreneurs, it's sometimes really easy to get discouraged when someone says that they don't agree with what you're doing. When they're not your ideal client, it's not necessary for you to listen to what they're saying. So we're going to be chatting about that too as well. We're going to dive into the content. So who is this for, and is this you? This training is for people who have a store or have products. It's for people who have a great business idea, but they're not quite sure how or when to launch. They're doubting and they're not sure if they're ready to launch. They want to take their business to new audiences, and they're not making as much money as they would like to yet. So they're looking to grow their business. They're looking to take it to the next level, whether that next level is a launch or if it is just some growth when it comes to money. Whatever your next level is, that's the type of person that this is going to help with. You're feeling stuck. You're tired of feeling stuck. You're tired of doing the same things every day that are not quite working for you. So you're ready to really take that leap into the next level of your business. My story. The story that I want to share with you today is the story of how and why I left my corporate job. So really quickly in images, I grew up in El Salvador, so really warm weather. People ask me, oh, why did you decide to leave when it's so pretty over there? And my answer is everything but the weather. So pretty much the opportunities of Toronto, the culture, the opportunity to network with people of different cultures, backgrounds, the entrepreneurship community as well. And all of those reasons were why I decided to start my own business, move to Canada. And I worked in corporate on a cubicle, like a lot of us did, for around 8 years for corporate consumer products. And after that, I decided that there were two really important reasons why I needed to leave my job. The first one is I wasn't fitting very well with the corporate environment. I wasn't. I had a really hard time following rules when I didn't really understood why those rules existed. I had a lot of issues with that, and I also didn't enjoy helping sell products that even I wasn't going to use. And that happened often. So a lot of the companies that I was working with were things that I wouldn't use or I wouldn't buy. And I found that conflict, little by little, it started bothering me. And I decided to just start my own thing and take ownership and make that decision of what are the type of customers, what are the type of clients that I wanted to work with. My promises for you today are to give you something that you can start applying today to make a difference in your business. This is not a training about theory. It's a training about really understanding and figuring out what are the components of your business that need to be better, and give you tips that you can go and just do on your own. Also to help you figure out how you can officially launch and make money from a product-based business. And no questions is off limits when it comes to business. So anything that you have, just post it on the chat box below, or I'm gonna also be sharing my Facebook group in case you have any follow-up questions. I want to share with you my system for business success and how I am and how I created it. So my system starts by, it's called a PON system for business success, and it starts by looking at a business foundations, looking at what's the problem that you're solving and looking at your offerings. Then once you have clarity on what are the basic things that you are offering and who are you offering them for, then we start working on a new launch or relaunch of your business. And then finally, we work on your direction for success. So where are you taking this business in the future? Where is this going? And how do we get you there? A lot of people just wake up and start taking action because they believe it sounds good. They think that other people are doing it, so why wouldn't they? Instead of really gaining an understanding of what's your big vision, what's your big goal, and where is that taking you. So now we'll start with a presentation on how to build products that your customers will love. So if you're here in this training, is because you have an amazing product that people will love. And that's what we all have in common. I'm answering some questions on the chat box at the same time. Sorry for this. Okay. So you have an amazing product that your customers will love. And you have this great idea that you want to bring into the world. But before you start thinking about your launch or about business growth or about where this is all going, I invite you to really go back to your business foundations and basics, as I was mentioning earlier. Really understand basic questions such as, who are you serving? Why would people buy from you? And gain the understanding that successful products have one thing in common. And what they have in common is that they build their items as a solution to a problem or provide an opportunity to their target market. So this is key. I want to expand on this. The difference between a product that no one buys and a successful product is that a successful product has always in mind their customer. Their customer is always on their mind, and understanding why would people buy this and what is the solution that I'm selling? What problem am I solving? Or what opportunity am I creating for people? And that's what makes it or breaks it for a lot of businesses. So who's your dream client? We start by defining this, and this 100% has to be defined before launching, but it's never too late. It's never too late. So if you already have a business, but you haven't really thought about the specifics about your target market, I invite you to do this work. And some of the things that you want to think about is, who would benefit the most from what you offer? Who is that person? How do they look? What do they do? Why would they buy? What solution are you selling them? What problem are you solving, or what opportunity are you creating? Why would they buy from you versus your competition? Why would they purchase your product versus any other product in the world that they could have found? This is the best way that I can explain the concept of solution. So what do I mean when I say that you have to figure out what's your solution and what problem are you solving? So this is what I mean. So this person comes to you and tells you that they have back problems. They're having some back pain. What do you tell them? What do you offer them? Depending on who you are, there might be a few things. One of them is, I'm just gonna get you a personal massager. It's gonna really help you out. Another one would be, oh, you know what? I know an amazing massage therapist that can help you out with that. And the third one would be, you know what? You just take an aspirin. Here it is. So you would never think of these three things as competition, because there's three different solutions, but they're a solution to the same problem. So in that context, they are competition. So I invite you to think, where do people get the same solution? Where do they get the same opportunity that they would get with your product or your service? Where would they get that? What would be the alternative to buying from you? What else would you buy instead of shopping or purchasing your product? So what solution do you sell? This might be a question that is scary for you to think about. You may not be sure. And it's simpler than you think. The reasons why people buy anything are usually around money, time, or relationships, or feeling better. So time, money, relationships, or feeling better. So for anything that you sell, you can find your solution around those few things, right? So are you helping people make more money? Are you helping people save money? Are you helping them save time? Are you making their lives easier? Are you helping them feel better? Are you helping them improve their relationships, find love, get along better with people? What are you helping them do? And that is what I mean when I talk about a solution. You may also be able to open a new opportunity for them. For example, finding a job. It can be a good example. And that's how you want to frame it. You want to understand if you are solving a problem or if you're starting a new solution. Maybe you're starting a whole new segment in the market. You're really innovative and you're providing a whole new opportunity for people to do things differently. When it comes to your marketing strategy and your plans, when you decide what you want to launch and how you want to launch it, and what are you going to be offering, the biggest mistake that people make is to answer this by thinking about themselves. So thinking about what would they want, what would they like, and what do they think about their product. The problem is you may be your target market, you may not be. And I was talking about this yesterday with my clients in my mastermind group, and we were reflecting on this, and we were saying that you definitely will have a percentage in you that will be your target market. Maybe you're 50% your target market, maybe you're 80% your target market, but you can't make business decisions according to what you would like or what you will do. It has to be all about the client and what are the benefits that they would like, what are the things that they are seeking, etc. Right? So you want to have a clarity on who is that target market and how can you communicate those benefits to them. So if someone's looking for a specific solution, they're looking for an organic alternative to cookies. So then you want to talk to those people that are looking for that solution. They're looking for that alternative. They want to be healthier. Maybe they want to save time and they don't want to make them themselves. They want to feel better about themselves. And you want to find those people that are already looking for those benefits, and you want to be able to communicate them in the most clear way you can. So how do you figure out what your customers want? Right? I've been saying build your business around your customer, but how do you actually find that out? The first thing would be to determine who are those ideal clients. Who are those people that would benefit the most about with what you have? Who are those people that you definitely want to work with? What do they look like? What do they do? What's their age? Where do they live? How much do they make? Why would they buy from you? So after you have clarity on that, the second thing that you want to do is to research similar products or solutions and look at things like how much are people paying for a similar solution at the time. After that, you reach out to these ideal clients to ask them about their needs. Maybe you're thinking about adding a feature or adding a design to what you do. Maybe you have a fashion line, or you're thinking, okay, maybe people would buy this type of shirt instead of the other type of shirt. You want to ask those questions. A lot of my clients ask me, what do you think I should sell? And my answer to that is, well, you don't need to ask me, you need to ask your target market, and I can help you come up with a survey or with interview questions to really understand what are the things that are important for your target market and which ones are not that relevant, so you can focus on those that are. So how do you research competition? When I use the word research, I realize that for a lot of people, that sounds quite scary. And there's a lot of thoughts of spending a lot of money, investing a lot. And in the end, what you want to realize is that it's as easy as to Google someone, or to Google a product, or to Google an industry. Google is your best friend, right? So you can start by doing online research, and you can also do live store checks. If you have a product that's being sold at stores, you may want to visit stores and see how is similar product priced, how is it placed, what type of designs do they have, what type of features, sizes, etc. You want to look for similar solutions that provide less value, that provide less solutions than you, that provide less features. They're more basic. You also want to look at similar solutions that provide the same and more value. So who is giving people the same amount of value as you? And when I say value, it really depends on what you do, right? And for my previous example of cookies, what are the cookies that are natural, organic, dairy-free, delicious, crunchy, handmade? So all those features are adding value. So you want to look at people that have more basic cookies, people that have similar cookies, and people that have cookies that have more features than yours, more value. Maybe yours are shelf stable and theirs are handmade, sold at a farmer's market. So you want to be able to compare objectively with all these different types of businesses. And the things you want to look at are pricing, messaging, distribution, size, like I mentioned, placement in store if you're thinking about a product that's being sold at a physical store, etc. And I talk a lot about customer feedback. So I'm going to give you some tips today on how to get customer feedback on a budget. So you're launching and you don't want to hire a research firm for several $100,000. So how do you get these feedback? How do you get feedback on a budget? The easiest way to do that is by using surveys or interviews. You can use a platform as easy as surveymonkey.com, or you can just chat with people on the phone and ask them questions. One thing to keep in mind regarding getting feedback is you want to offer people an incentive. Unless they're your friends, people don't have time to just answer something to help you out, unfortunately. People are really busy. There's a lot of information going around, going on, etc. So you want to offer them an incentive, whether that's a free gift, it's some time with you if you are able to help them out or offer them advice. Maybe you want to offer them free product, a sample, etc. You want to make this process, whether it's an online interview or a survey, whatever you're doing, you want to make it easy to go through. You want to make it short and sweet and understandable. I recently got a survey for an event, and it was like 50 questions, and they were all mandatory. And I was like, I am so sorry, guys. I don't have half an hour right now to fill this out. And I was going to. And what stopped me was the size of the survey. So you want to make it super easy for them to understand and do. You also want to focus on understanding their issue, their urgency, and what current solutions they're using. So what's the problem that they have right now, or why would they think of buying from you? And how urgently do they need a solution? Is it something that they need right away? Or is it something that can wait for them? Like, what's the level of urgency? And the more urgency that these people have, the more likely they'll buy from you right away. You also want to understand what are the other solutions or products or services or anything that they're using instead of buying from you. What are they doing right now? This is a quick success story regarding having clarity before you launch. This is my client, Sarah. And before she launched her business, she wanted to do it right. So she sought my help for some strategic planning work. We worked on her purpose, mission, vision. We worked on her goal setting, on her packages. And then she was able to launch something that was exactly what people were looking for and grow her business that way right from the beginning. And it's a lot easier to do this from the beginning than correcting after the fact, but it's still really useful to do at any stage of your business, that planning that a lot of people avoid. So really looking at where do you want to go? How can you take your business there to that level that you want to be at? And what is exactly the solution that you're offering? Like I was saying, and I cannot stress this enough, like, are you helping people feel better? Are you helping people get healthier, lose weight? Are you helping people save time? Are you helping people have more satisfaction in their lives? So what is exactly the thing that you're offering, and why? Why would people buy from you? So what if you've already launched? A lot of the tips that I'm offering to you, you may be thinking right now, oh man, I should have done that before I launched. I should have thought of that, and I didn't really think about that, and maybe too late. It's not too late. So if you've already launched, I invite you to gather and analyze data, focusing on what went well for your launch, what's going well for your business, what could have gone better, what did customers love? So that is when you use either surveys or interviews or have chats with them. What did customers want to add or remove from what you offer? And what did they want to add? And with that information, you figure out what is worth for you to change now. So for example, if you have a whole line of face care products like face creams and cleaners, etc., and people are telling you, oh, I would love it if you have a shampoo. Okay, you have to go back and think, is it within my plans and my vision to extend my line this year, or should I just focus on what I already have, right? So what is worth for you to change now? Because not all feedback is good feedback to be actionable right now. Also, when people are giving you some feedback that you're not going to be executing tomorrow, it goes into the quote-unquote archive of potential business changes, potential future changes in whatever your offering is. And that brings me to the next question. So what is good feedback? What's good feedback? When is feedback useful and when is it trolling? When you launch your business, inevitably you're gonna get some bad feedback. You're gonna have some people that are just quote unquote haters, and that most of them are not creating anything, but they always feel like they need to have an opinion, and a lot of the times it's negative. Maybe it's not a hater, maybe it's a family member that tells you that your idea is crazy, which we've all had, right? And or maybe it is just your best friend that tells you that you should make this red instead of blue, like whatever feature you have in your product. So what feedback is useful? Good feedback comes from role models or ideal customers. If your best friend is not your ideal customer, she's not going to be able to offer you feedback. My boyfriend's dad has ladies' clothing store, and I offer him a lot of advice from the point of view of a consultant. But when it comes to what his customers want, we do ask them. That's as easy as that. We ask them, because I'm not an older lady. I'm not a lady that's in her 50s. So then I'm not necessarily his target market, right? So it's always, even when you're working with a role model or a coach or a consultant, you still want to go out there and ask those ideal customers what they think. Good feedback is the one that brings you closer to your goals. So that's why I was mentioning earlier, if someone gives you a business suggestion that sounds good, it may not be time for you to execute it right now. It may not be within your plans, but it may be something that goes into the archive that you're able to execute in the future. I want to take this opportunity to invite you to continue the conversation about better products on my free Facebook group. And the name of the group is the Work Smarter Crew for Product Makers and Developers. So you can either go to Facebook and search for Work Smarter Crew, or you can visit leylarazeghi.com/worksmarter. And what happens in this community is it's a great group of people who want to grow their product-based business by working smarter and not harder. And what we have there is community. We have some networking. We have a Q&A. I do some free sessions with them. We do Facebook Lives, exclusive content, and you're allowed to promote your business as long as you're adding value to the community. So if that sounds like you, if you want to hang out in a group with people that are also product-based, people that are making a product or have a store, I invite you to join. And like I said, you can go and search Work Smarter Crew on Facebook, or just type leylarazeghi.com/worksmarter. So this is my famous hamster versus squirrel metaphor. So which one are you? These are two entrepreneurs, and one of them is the hamster entrepreneur, and the other one is the squirrel entrepreneur. And the hamster just goes and wakes up every day and does the same things over and over and over and over. A lot of these things are things that are not quite working, but they're expecting that one day they will work. They most of the time don't ask for advice. They don't want to invest in their business. They want to do it all themselves. And they just get satisfaction in feeling busy, even when that means that they're not making enough money yet. The second type of entrepreneur is the squirrel entrepreneur. And these are the people that are working hard, but thinking about the future. Every action that they take takes them closer to where they want to go. They have the right system, they have the right strategies that helps them work now, work smarter and not harder. So this would help them, for example, do the work today so they can take the day off on the weekend, or build systems to make more passive income, or find ways to increase price and make more money, etc. And the difference between these two people are the systems and strategy. And we've all been the hamster entrepreneur at some point. Maybe we're just starting up. We're highly independent. We're not sure if this business thing is going to work yet. So We just want to give it a try, but we're not fully in. And when we're not fully in, people can feel it, and it will definitely affect and reflect on your business results. So for those of you who are ready to take action and grow your business, I have something for you. I have 5 spots per week to talk to entrepreneurs who are ready. And when I say ready, I mean people who are feeling that they could be doing so much more. They could be making a lot more money. They could be helping a lot more people. They are tired of making $2,000 a month for like 3 years. They're tired of not being sure of they have everything that they need to launch. They're really scared that maybe they'll launch or they'll go big and their business will fail, and that they just want to take the right actions. They want to build a plan, and they want to build it. In a way that takes them closer to their vision and their terms and fulfills their purpose. These are people that are tired of feeling stuck in the amount of money that you're making, or feeling stuck in the level that your business is at, and want to achieve their vision, leave a legacy, and build a lifestyle of their dreams. Because there's no, doesn't matter how much money you're making if you're working yourself to sickness, right? So it's about the vision, it's about the work, it's about the legacy, making a difference, and it's about the lifestyle that you're building. Because they know their business has potential to 10x their current revenue. They know that there's potential to create more passive income, there's a potential to make more money and work less, work smarter. So if that sounds like you can apply for one of my 5 complimentary strategy sessions that I have per week. The sessions are by application only, and you apply at leylarazeghi.com/session. What will happen in that session? So there's only 5 spots per week, and I only talk to people that I can help during the call, and that's why I asked you to apply. Because I want it to be worthwhile for both of us, right? It has to be things that will help you right away, and it has to be a good fit for us to chat. So during that conversation, we help you gain clarity on where you're at, where you want to go, and how to take you there. So we come up with clear next steps for your business. We also figure out if we're a fit for me to help you grow your business further. And if it is a fit, I'll tell you about how we can work together. And if it's not, you'll walk away with a ton of clarity and some ideas for your business. So if this sounds like something that would be interesting to you, if you are ready to take that next step, if you've been stuck in a certain business stage and making a certain amount of money and you want to make more, you want to work less hours, you want to be more productive, you want to actually get going on that idea that has been in the back of your head but you haven't implemented. If all of that sounds like you, I invite you to apply at leylarazeghi.com/session. Again, it's leylarazeghi.com/session. This is my client, Natalia, and she took my 3-month program. And that she was highly satisfied with the clarity that she was getting regarding her business foundations and who was her ideal client and what were her goals. She found that she was taking action that was positive, but wasn't necessarily taking her closer to her goals and what she wanted to achieve in her business. And this clarity that she achieved helped her take the right actions and find 3 new clients that week, where she gave me a testimonial. Just to share with you a little bit about what I work on with my clients in my program, we talk about business foundations, so business building for success. So what are the right ideal clients for you? What's your why, mission, vision? What are your goals? How are you going to achieve those goals? And what system works better for you to work every day to achieve them? What are you going to be doing every day to grow your business? We get to a really granular level. We also talk about dream clients. Who are these clients that would love working with you and that you want to work with? And how can you use tools such as social media and newsletters, seminars, or any sort of activity live at a store in order to grow your business? So we cover all those topics in my work with my clients. What is, if you are in a position in which you feel stuck, you've been there for a while, I invite you to think, what is it costing you? What is it costing you to stay where you are instead of being where you want to be? What is it costing you in terms of purpose? Are you fulfilling it? In terms of the money that you're not making yet? What is it costing you regarding your mindset and how you feel in your business? How satisfied are you with your life? And your work life, your lack of satisfaction, your lack of fulfilling your purpose will inevitably impact your family and your social life. So if this is something that resonates with you, if you feel like you'll be doing a lot more, if you're feeling stuck, if you want some answers, you want a customized plan for your business, some insights from someone that can give you objective expert view, I invite you to apply for one of those 5 sessions I have per week. And you apply at leylarazeghi.com/session. If there aren't any questions, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And I want to thank you so much. And I'm going to stop sharing. Thanks so much for joining me. Thanks so much for making the time to attend, whether you're doing it live or if you're watching a replay. Thanks so much for making time to grow your business and learn more about what you can do. And I hope that today has given you some good ideas on how to really connect with that ideal client and define it, how to ask them the right questions, and what type of feedback is good for your business and which one is not. And if you want to connect further with me, I invite you to join the free Facebook group, or if you're ready to take action, I invite you to apply for the complimentary session that I mentioned earlier. Thanks so much, and I'll see you again in a few weeks. This is a webinar series, so I try to do 2 a month, so I will see you soon. Thanks so much again, and have an amazing day.